Chauncey. Okay.
Looking good.
Yeah, that's
Looking
good.
good.
Okay.
Great evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I believe you all can hear us loud and clearly. Come on in the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome tonight to Sister Talk Power Moves. We're excited to have you all tonight. Welcome in the room. Come on in. Welcome to Sister Talk Power Moves. My name is Mone't S. Horton. I am the visionary and host. And of course, we are joined with our super amazing co-host, Lady Tiera Parker. Say hey to the people.
Hey, 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 everybody. Happy Monday. And it's officially fall.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, and yes, it's official. It's official. It is
Yes.
official. And I know this is your lovely weather.
Yes, honey.
Yes, y'all come on in this season of transition and but it's good. You know, tonight we are super excited to have a returning hmm, excuse me, guest
Okay.
tonight. And we're super excited to have her. I'm going to throw it back over to Lady T and let her introduce our guest and our topic tonight.
All right. Tonight, well, we return with Kerria Davis, the owner and director of K's Scholars Learning Center. Kerria Davis is a single mother of five beautiful children, educator for 19 years, teaching in the Baltimore City Public School system. God bless your heart. A God fearing woman who loves to mentor, encourage, and uplift others. It's her gift and her passion. And we welcome her back. We're so excited to have her tonight. Welcome, Kerria.
Yes, thank you for having me back for a second time. I'm so honored. I'm so honored.
We are so
Yes,
happy to have
Kara.
you.
We are so excited to have you. I was so happy to see you a couple months ago, right? I was
Yes, in the summer.
like,
Yes, it was so nice. It
yes, yes,
was.
yes. So we're excited because there are so many wonderful things that are going on for you, with you. And we wanted to have you back as we are talking about continual growth and expansion and education and motion and it's not always just about going to the building or a higher institution of learning, all that's incorporated, but we're learning in life every day. We're learning in our businesses every day as we're interacting with one another. And so it's a continual process. And even as an entrepreneur in your business, there's always opportunities to grow. And again, we're learning from, what is it? Lessons learned. You're learning from the people that you're serving. And we've heard about your expansion of your vision and expanding in your business and wanted to have this conversation today of, um, what I've gleaned, from you so far is that it hasn't been overnight, right? But with
Right.
patience and consistency, you are seeing the fruit of your labor and continue to grow. And so tonight, we want to take a moment to, before we let you loose, right? And sharing what's going on in your process, in your experience, and those updates, we want to welcome everyone in the room. Go ahead and
Yes.
take a moment to click and share. Whether you're on Facebook, come on in the room, whether on your YouTube, whatever platform you're tuning in tonight, we want you to come on in, get your pen, your paper, your notepad, because you're sure to glean some nuggets tonight that's going to help you to commit and to stay in a life of action, intentional action towards the results that you say you want. Right.
Mhm.
And if you say, hey, what is it that I want? Maybe that's a moment to pause and to ask yourself, hey, what do I really want in this season? As we're closing out the third quarter of the year, right, y'all? And
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
going into the fourth quarter. Listen, these last 3 months are going to be on fire in a great way. So, what is
Great
it that
way.
you really want before we hit and go into the next year, you still have time to make it happen. And so tonight is about that, expanding the vision, expanding your vision, but knowing that it doesn't always happen overnight, but with patience and consistency. So without further ado, again, we welcome you back, Kerria, and tell us what's going on. How you been?
Exhausted, but good, 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 good. I want to just take the time to thank you for having me back. It's truly appreciated. And, I think sometimes when it was presented to actually come back, it really makes you kind of sit back and think about where you are with your life, where you are with your vision, making sure you're on the right path. Because sometimes you're so busy in the motion of it, you don't get to sit back and just take a deep breath and exhale and look at everything that you're doing, because they say you never see the forest from the trees. So when you
Mm,
take a step back, and it's just been a lot of work, a lot of work, a lot of revision, having one idea, praying about it. Hopefully that this is not what I want, but what God wants me to have. And a lot of just going back and forth and like, okay, am I doing the right thing? Am I being of service? Just to make sure that I'm being used for the right reason. And it was like a lot of back and forth at first because
yeah.
of initially I wanted to do a daycare, and I just felt that that was the next best thing to do coming outside of education. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the daycare. And then
Mhm.
I went to sleep and I just started having these visions, and just the higher power, whoever you believe in, God, the higher
Mm,
power, spirits,
mhm,
he just laid it on my heart and was like, no, let's do an aftercare program and to be
mhm,
of service of working moms. And it's so needed. And not saying daycare is not needed, but it's a plethora of daycares. It's just they're
mhm,
everywhere. But where are these other pockets of um, what you call it, just our village that we need for working moms, and just another outlet for children. And again, I had one vision. I actually like was already in preparation for the vision for months. Pray, and I didn't pray about it at first. I was just doing
mm.
what, okay, this is the next best thing that I wanted to do.
You think?
When I say I was 4 months into my own vision, and then I slept to say pray about it, and I prayed about it and woke up the next day and was like, I'm changing it, and totally changed it the next day, like literally the next day. And I just know it wasn't just what I wanted, it's what God
Mm,
wanted for me to do. And then once I started seeing that, it changed drastically. It
yeah.
was my vision was booming. It was taking off already.
Mhm,
And then when I prayed about it and God said, okay, do this, it wasn't that quick movement, but
yeah.
it
Oh,
was
come
more
on. See,
so, it was slow. It wasn't no movement at first, actually. And I'm like, wow, so maybe I should go back to my vision, because it was moving already. And he was like, nope, stay the course, stay the path.
so can we just pause real quick, ladies?
Yes,
You
because
dropped
it
it in, right? Because
said a lot.
I'm still stuck on a revision, right? Right, and
Yeah.
you just kind of, gave some more backdrop to it, but he gives you a vision, and then you have your own, of how you see that coming to fruition or manifest it. And then when you, hey, one day get this grand idea, oh, right, you pray about it, right? Um,
Mhm.
then he readjusts and revises and revamps and all of those things. Talk about the revision, like,
I was like, what in the world? First, I was like, no. After I put all this work into it, was like 4 months. 4 months into actually doing this, moving, getting materials. I mean, I was traveling on Facebook Marketplace, going to different
mm,
places, trying to get materials. I was getting U-Haul trucks going to Pennsylvania, Virginia, just trying to gather all the things that I needed for my vision, my way, what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
And I never prayed about it. I just thought like, oh, it's a great idea, because it really was a great idea after coming outside of education. It was a great idea.
Mhm.
Never prayed about it. Went to church and they were just talking about vision and what God has for you. And I was just like crying, so in tears and being prayerful.
Mhm.
Went
Mhm.
home, went to sleep, and really prayed about it for him to bless me for what I was already doing. Didn't ask for the blessing at
Oh,
first. Asked him to bless what I already had started before I asked him,
bless my
and
plan.
woke up the next day and changed the whole plan. Changed the whole plan. So that was very scary. I'm not going to lie, because everybody was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm changing it." Just when I say it wasn't 2 days later, I woke up, was like, okay, God, I'm changing it. And I
Suddenly,
went
yeah.
down and I just started moving stuff out and taking stuff out because it was my vision and wasn't God's vision. And it's still scary because God's vision is a little bit more slower, and it's
Yeah.
testing my
Yeah.
patience. It's testing my faith. And it kind of gets me emotional because you put so much into stuff and you want it to like just jump off right away. And it doesn't happen like that. So now your faith is being tested. So I'm just being patient. I'm sorry.
No,
Uh,
it's no
No, it's
apologies because
no, yeah,
this is the real
yes,
process. So as
yeah.
you all are here, this is not
Yeah.
scripted. This is not a makeup. This is real
Yeah.
live vision in action,
yes,
boots on the ground,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And
It is. It is.
everything in motion.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
it is.
the the thing about it, when I'm hearing as you speaking, is that it doesn't take away from it being a great idea. It
Right.
was a
Yeah.
great idea, but it wasn't the God idea.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's so many nuggets that we can pick up in this,
yes.
because you said that, hey, you know, this is what he gave me, but then, I turned around and asked God, can you just bless my great idea? Can you bless what I'm pulling together? I got the tools,
Yes.
right? Resources, pulling furniture
What?
together. I can imagine
What?
what you're doing. What?
I mean, I
You
had got contractors in there. They was renovating. They was knocking walls down. They was adding bathrooms. We was doing everything. And again, I just took off because it was a great idea. And I'm such a faith person. I don't know why I didn't pray about it first. I just thought this was the next best thing coming from being an educator. And it's kind of so baffling because when I sit back and I was like, what in the world am I going to do? So I'm looking at this space that's already renovated. People are touring it and loving it. I was promoting it to my parents in the transportation first just to see what type of feedback I was going to get. And the
Mhm.
feedback was amazing. So now I'm on a million. I'm like, okay, yes, Kerria, let's go,
Yeah.
let's go. And God was like, no, that's not, it's a good idea. Good work. That's not what I want you to do. And I just started changing up and revamping. And then I put it back out there to see the feedback. And it was a feedback. It was like a little sprinkle, but it was nowhere near the vision that I had. The feedback was tremendous to the point I had a waiting list already before I even started.
Mm,
But just to see what the feedback looked like and who wanted or who I could be of service to, and to now be launching something similar but different, it's a little different feedback. And
Yeah.
it's still good, but it wasn't in abundance as the first idea. So
Yeah.
now you got to sit back and really let your faith be tested and seeing
Mhm.
how diligent and resilient and patient and humble and humbling. It's a humbling experience, especially when you put all of your resources into one thing.
yeah,
And again, the first vision, oh, the resources coming. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, yes. But it was like, that's not what I want you to do. And don't get so caught up on that. Now, that part is important, but that's not the main goal. And I
Yeah.
think he had to like really strip that from me to make me feel it, to
Mhm.
say, humble yourself, calm down, you're getting a little too excited. And I was,
Mhm.
because who wouldn't be excited? And I only can be authentic and be real. Like I was really excited, but I just changed up everything and it's going sweet. It's very sweet. It's
Yeah.
very nice. I'm still being taught in this process. So I'm still teachable. I'm still learning
Yeah,
this
yeah,
new
yeah.
process now too. So that's a good thing, because I said when you become unteachable, then nobody can teach you anything. So
That
now
part.
I'm still being taught, and it's still
Yes.
humbling because I was like, maybe I should close my doors and just wait. That was just a day ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you the whole oh my gosh, everything that you said, everything that you
Yeah.
shared with us is so honest and so raw and so real that I feel like anybody watching can relate. Anybody that is knows anything about doing a faith walk can relate to what you're saying, because sometimes that faith walk will have you feeling like you are out in the wilderness and you like, Lord, you brought me here, where am I at? Like, I don't see no water, I don't see no food, I don't see no provision for what is happening. But
Yeah.
it's so important. Like, one of the things that you said was that you're still teachable. And the minute
Mm-hmm.
that we become unmoldable, unshapable,
Mm, mm,
the Lord can no longer reach us
yeah.
because we feel like we know better and we can do it on our own. He gives us free will. So you had the
Mm,
free will to go ahead
mm,
and, and push forward with your idea. But what if the family that he is having you save isn't, you wouldn't have touched them by forging ahead with your
mm,
idea? We just don't know, because God is so intentional and so forward thinking, and we are so in the moment.
And
Mm.
you know they say hit the ground running, baby. I was on a marathon. I was gone. You
Right.
couldn't
Yeah.
tell me nothing. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I said, it's still humbling, but it's so good too, because it's still feedback. It's still
Mm-hmm.
good. But now it's just teaching me just being patient. And now that I'm looking around this building that I just changed all over, put stuff in the basement. I actually started blessing other daycare providers
Mm-hmm.
and saying that
Mm-hmm.
they want any materials for free that I done
Mm-hmm.
just bought. I said, because I'm not going to use it. And still trying to be faithful and just said it's going to work out. But I'm looking at all the things I have to perfect too in my craft too, because there was still some things that I needed to do in preparation. And I just felt like God was saying, okay, you're close, but you're right. You're not quite right there. Go back five places, stop right there, and then move forward. So now instead of me rushing through the process because I feel like I know it. Yes, I do know the teaching aspect because I'm a teacher, but the other aspect of managing staff, more staff, and children, and just everything that goes along with having a building and all the safety codes and all these different things that I'm not used to doing. I'm thinking like, wow, this is a lot of work, because at my job we have a principal, a vice principal, a secretary, we have administrative assistants, we have janitors. You're all those things.
Yeah.
You're
You're
all
all
those
those
things.
things.
And all those things that I was not used to doing on my own because someone did them at my teaching job. Now
Mm-hmm.
I have to learn those jobs too, to
Mm-hmm.
fidelity. And I didn't
Yeah.
know it. So it's
Yeah.
like it was so much more than just teaching. It was so many other aspects that I had to critique and check, and fire drills. They do that. They just tell us when to we just hear the bell and we teach the kids how to line up and exit the building. So now I have to have a log of my own fire drills now. What's my
Yeah.
evacuation plan? All the things that we have people in the school do. I have to do all these jobs by myself. So now I'm learning different positions. Again, I'm still being teachable. I'm
Yeah.
still learning different aspects too, making sure everybody have their background check and fingerprinting. Not just me, because I'm the teacher, but do you have your background check? Or
Yeah.
now it's like you're doing 10 other jobs instead of just one. So it's definitely more demanding. It's really tiresome too. Sometimes I just come home and I talk to my daughter who's 13. I give her a hug and kiss. We chat, we eat. I'm in the tub and I'm out. I'm tired
Yeah.
until I get back up and do it the next day. But
Mhm.
again, like I said, it's teaching me patience. And I'm so humbled to be at this place in my life, because I was thinking like maybe I should just close my doors and just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should just wait, put it on hold, and just revisit it at a later time. But it's like, no, stay where you are,
Stay in
keep
position.
perfecting the things you have to perfect. Because I said, well, what if I did have 20 something children and I don't even have the things prepared that I'm supposed to have prepared? I'm not ready yet. He was like, you're not ready yet. You're close, but you're just not ready yet. So I'm okay with not having everything in order and just still striving to get things in order, but it's also just enjoying where this process has taken me of being just humbled, just been
Yeah.
humbled. And it's different. It's different because normally I'm so
Yeah.
used to everything just jumping off so quick for me. But he was like, settle down. Let me show you what others have
Mhm.
to go through now. You got to be patient and let me see what you're going to do while I'm making you be patient. So I'm just still being prayerful about it.
Oh, this is so good
Yes.
because it's like he pulls us back. He pulls us
Mm-hmm.
back and he saves us from ourselves sometimes, right?
That, yeah.
He saves us because at
Yeah.
a place and a stage that we feel as though we have perfected and like,
Mhm.
I done passed that test, so I know I'm ready for this next level. But he pulls you back so gently
Yeah. Hmm.
before
Hmm.
you disrupt, or you can hit and into an area, what do they call it, a little bit prematurely, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we think we're ready,
Yeah.
and it's not saying, but hey, no, no, daughter, no, son, there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more than what the eye can see.
And like you
Yeah.
just said, and you stop yourself, it could have been a catastrophe. Something could have happened because I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared. So, and I'm not, and it's okay that I say that. It
Yeah.
really is okay. You're not ready
Mm-hmm.
yet. There's still some things that you have to perfect. And before you perfect those things, then you shouldn't move. So, again, it's humbling because, I'm kind of glad that I did listened when he did speak and just get out of my own way. And sometimes it's so hard to get out your own way
Yes,
and
it
get
is.
out the vision that you see in your head. Because when I say I could see it and I was touching it, I was walking into the building every day and looking at it like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful in here. It's so pretty. And I was perfecting it every day. My whole summer was down at this one building. Every day,
Mm.
2 shifts from 8 to 1. I would come home, eat something, take a shower, lay down, get back up from 2 to like maybe 7:30 every day, the whole summer. 2 shifts, just in this building, working and working. And no one sees the fruits of your labor, especially when it's quiet.
Come on.
Yeah.
And especially when no one's looking. And they're looking at you like, where you been? Where are you? And you're hitting the ground running and
Yeah.
you're pounding, and you're trying to see your vision come true. And nobody like, where you at? You
Mhm.
don't want to go this place? No, I gotta stay here. I want to do this. I want to do this because
Yeah.
it's bringing me joy. It's filling me up. I feel good. And
Yeah.
when someone would come in there and it was just like one thing was done, I was like, it looks beautiful. Now, all this other stuff is not done. It's just this one
Yeah.
part
But
is
that
done.
one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see it and it looks so beautiful. And then to
Yeah.
have vision of what it can look like and how you transform in this beautiful transformation to see it to nothing to something, it's just amazing. And it's just like in awe. It's like
Mhm.
you're birthing something like your baby. Like
Yes,
you
You
don't
are
see your
absolutely.
birthing.
baby,
Yes.
Yes.
your birthday, and you don't
Yes.
see your child for 9 months. You see your body changing. You see your hunger, you're eager, you're tired, all these different things that you go through, that your body go through. When you feel the
Mhm.
baby kick, you're trying to come up with a name for the baby. You coming up with a name for your business. And now when you
Mhm.
come up with the name, you just imagine what your baby's going to look like off the name. Like,
You're already saying it.
Yes.
you're
Yes.
already seeing it. And just to see it come, it was like, oh my God, it was just so beautiful. And I just wanted to be down there every day. Even when I did nothing, I was just down there like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. What should I do? Just every day.
Yeah.
I just had to be there because the more I was there, it's like I wasn't distracted. I was so
Yeah.
focused on the course. And again, it's a little different course than initially before, but I'm still excited about it. I am. And I needed
Yeah.
this as well. You think I needed this. It was more so reassurance that God's like, okay, let me just sprinkle something. Because I
Yeah.
was really like, maybe I should just close my doors,
Mhm.
wait, and focus on transportation. And because that's expanding and that's booming. I'm looking like, no, I can't do that because I got to do this. So I'm
Yeah.
not taking as much transportation because I have to be
You was
focused on
doing
this.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm turning down clients like, oh, I'm sorry, we're booked. Trying to stay the vision, trying to stay
Mm.
the course,
Mm.
and just trying to see God put this puzzle together. Although I had my own puzzle configured and he just taking pieces out, like, no, not that piece. Not just yet. Now I'm waiting for him to fill the pieces of my puzzle now. So
Now, Kerria, you said something that I just thought was so powerful. You said that you are turning down clients
Mm-hmm.
so that you can stay the course. Baby, if that is not
Listen,
chasing purpose and not paper, oh my Lord. Because
What?
it's so easy for us to chase the money. It's so easy
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it's there and it's available. Like you could easily take on three or four more, four more students for the money aspects, right?
but you see the
yeah,
money.
But you just said that you are turning down clients so that you can stay the course. That is what faith looks like. And a lot of times, I think what people don't understand is that faithing it is going to be uncomfortable 90% of
yeah.
the time. When we are
Listen,
being obedient, it is not going to be a cakewalk. It is not going to be a trip to the beach. It's not going to be sunshine and the
It's
ocean
not.
in your toes. It's not like
it's not.
When I say my website goes off even at night,
Mm,
7, 8, 9 o'clock. I had 7 scholars I was transporting in the afternoon. I have none. 7 who wanted to return from last year. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't be doing transportation and still be at the daycare. So I
mm,
can't be at 2 places. I didn't feel like I trusted anyone enough that I could leave that responsibility for them to pick it up, because what if they didn't show?
yeah,
And
mm,
if they didn't show, then it falls on the business owner. So they're looking at me and I'm like, well, I can't be driving in the afternoon and being at the daycare. So
right.
I'm not going to take any afternoon routes myself. And I'm just going to, so this is turning down money
yeah.
Yes.
just to stay the course, just to
Mm,
stay
Mm-hmm.
the course. And I
Mm-hmm.
think God wanted,
powerful.
he wanted me, he needed to see that, how faithful and diligent I was going to be with his new vision. Because I could have just went back to transportation and just say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me wait. And it was
Mm-hmm.
just picked up quickly. But I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to do that, because what happens if God just put that last puzzle together and it just all pouring in? And
And when
yes,
he
I was,
does,
and when
and when
he
he does,
Yes.
and I'm not obedient and I did something else outside of what he wanted me to do.
Yep.
mm,
So this is where the faith is being tested. And even like with my household, my bills, my finances,
mm-hmm.
because I take care of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So now you really have to say, put that faith and put all those
Listen,
Yes.
prayers. And it's easy to use scripture when you're happy. It's easy to
Yes,
look when it's
honey.
all good. But to put it into play, it was raining last week. I'm not gonna lie. It was raining last week and I was driving in the morning because I still had my morning routes. And I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you, God, that it's raining, because I really feel like crying. But it was raining for
mm,
me. And I was just driving. I'm like,
oh,
wow, I really, he's crying for me because he know I really want to cry. And after it stopped, it just stopped. And I was going down East Northern Parkway. I never even made it to West. It just stopped and the sun came out. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. I'm gonna stay the course.
yeah,
And I'm here. I'm staying the course. I'm staying
yeah,
the course.
yeah.
Yeah. So it is a little challenging, but good. Still
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Because we have to navigate. Like you say, learning in the process,
Yeah.
navigating each ebb and each flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but just like that, just like he transitioned that rain into the sun coming out,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
how you can look
Mhm.
up and you'll see the transition, right?
Oof.
He turned your
That's it.
night into morning, your
Yes.
your
That's
your your
right.
weeping and your sorrow into joy. And but I believe this is a season where God is saying, will you stay the course? Will
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
listen to me? Will you be obedient to me? Or will you lean into your own vision and
Yeah.
what you see?
And look, and not
You know?
only that, not only was I turning down transportation, my job called me back like, hey, we need you. Can you come in and
Wow.
fill in for us, Miss Davis? And I'm like, no, can't, because I'm trying to stay the course. And I said, I can't, be committed to everything. Because when you're
Mm,
committed to everything, something lacks. So I'm like, no, it's like you're lacking, but then your side, like, oh, I can go this route, I can do this route. And all these
mhm,
two things, either increase transportation, because that's something that never ends. I can always go back to teach. And I'm
mm,
saying no to both because it's just he want me to stay the course. And I just know once I complete the course, that's when the blessing is going to come and the overflow is going to pour out so much. And I just want to be obedient. So that's where I'm. And it's hard. It's hard. I'm looking like, oh my gosh. But
yeah,
again, your faith is being tested. And now
Yeah.
that
yeah,
I'm aware of it and I know it, it doesn't bother me well, every other day. Sometimes I'm like, all right, God, you sure? You
Mm-hmm.
sure? I just gotta like, you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
And he did not speak. He said, I already told you what I told you. So I'm
Yeah.
asking. So I just
That
have to
part.
be quiet. And you know what they say? If you ever feel like you don't know what to do the last thing God told you to do until he tell you something else to do. So
Mm,
I'm doing the last thing he told me to do was stay the course. So I'm not doing anything else, like
mm.
nothing else. So that's where I am right now. But it's beautiful. The space is beautiful. I'm getting amazing feedback. Um, my teachers at the school, they came and helped me out and viewed it. My principal at my old school, um, they get grants and funding, and a lot of times they buy new furniture. So all the furniture they throw out that they didn't need. So it was like so much stuff that was in good condition that was sitting out that I grabbed. There was
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with it. So it was like, he was like, well, look at you. You don't have to spend all this money. I've
So what
already
you thought
furnished.
you were
When I say, and I got so much more. I thought I was like, oh, I got to spend this money. And I spent something, but it was nowhere near the blessing that came that I did not have to spend a dime for. A dime. And this furniture cost $300 and $400 just at just the teaching stores is so expensive. Parents don't really
Yeah.
understand how expensive these equipment is, these chairs, these tables, these
mm,
furnitures, the area rugs that you see inside of a Head Start or preschool, $300 to $400.
yeah,
Just for one, it costs a lot of money. And I'm looking like, wow, all this is furnished and you didn't really spend a lot of money. So look at he's like, I'm still blessing you. Stay the
the
course.
benefits of
Yeah.
waiting.
The benefits. And you
Yes.
know what? If I would have moved any quicker, I would have did everything and missed out all the free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's beautiful. At the space is beautiful. It's looking amazing. I still go down there every day. I do have a couple of kids that I tutor. That
Mm-hmm.
parents ask me to tutor them. So it feels nice to actually have a space that you can actually take them to and actually tutor in. I also turned a whole house into a daycare. So upstairs, no one was living there. I actually rented the upstairs out to my niece. So
Look
now
at
she
that.
has somewhere to go. And she's so happy. So the downstairs is a whole daycare. I used to hold downstairs, the sunroom, the living room, and the dining room. She has the whole upstairs. And I put a bathroom on the first floor because I didn't want us to overlap in what we
Mm-hmm.
were doing. And
That's
she has the
good.
whole basement and she loves it. And it's like, oh, it's like, okay, you're taking out funding to fund your business. I took out funding to fund your business, and the tenant is paying for the funding to be paid back, and I don't have to
Look
pay
at
it
that.
down. While I'm waiting on God to tell me the next thing to do.
The Lord
Now
will
it
work
could have
it out,
been
I tell you.
I'm doing
Yes.
nothing and paying for this. I'm not paying for a dime. So now I have more. He's like, well, let me take and that's when that downtime and that revelation really hit because we can get so focused on the money and the vision
Speak.
we want to see.
Yes.
And now he's looking like, okay, I'm telling you to wait. Not only am I telling you to wait, I'm going to bring you all the things that you need for this aftercare program. Not only that, I'm going to make sure that the funding is paid for the loan you took out to start your business. So now you can really sit back and wait because you don't have to pay for anything. The loan is already being paid for. Sit back and relax and stay the course. So and I'm glad I had to remind myself because it's like you get so caught up, you'll miss it. You'll miss
Yeah.
it. Because and I'm looking like, okay, he's still blessing me. I don't have to pay for this loan back. Not one
Mm,
time. Not one
Are
time.
you getting the nuggets tonight?
mm, mm, mm.
Are you getting what's being spoken, what's been dropped?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got to keep reminding yourself because you'll get lost in it because you don't see the things that you want to see in your
Mm-hmm.
head. But then you miss what God is showing you and the blessings in the midst of it, of you being waiting, of you waiting and being patient. I don't want to miss those little blessings. So coming here and then having that revelation, it's like, okay, God,
Mm.
I see what you're doing. I see how you're working. I can't do anything but be patient now because everything is really taken care of and I don't have to worry about anything. So it's not like the weight is on my shoulder of trying to produce something to pay something back. Something was already produced and it's paying itself back. So now I can just sit and be patient and wait.
My Lord.
Got it. I got it, God. I got it. And again, it feels good too. But if you don't kind of keep that in the forefront, you'll keep thinking about the vision that you have that's lost
Yes.
versus
That you think is
that
lost.
you think is
Right.
That you
Right.
think.
that you thank you for correcting that
Yeah.
you think is lost. Yeah. So That's where I am. I'm planted. I'm just planted right here, right now.
And
Wow.
that's why it's so important to align ourselves with like-minded individuals who understand what it looks like to move in faith,
Mm-hmm.
because a faith walk is not going to make sense to anybody on the outside. It is the same reason why the Lord will have someone not working for years and working on something
My God.
that is not producing the way they want it to produce, but he's testing your faithfulness. But
Yes.
for
Speak
someone on the outside, it looks like, why don't you just get a job? When
like
you
you
get a job,
crazy. Like,
you won't have, you won't have these issues. But
Mhm.
you're saying I don't like, I'm not answering. I don't answer to myself. I answer to him, and I do what he tells me to do. So that's why it's just
mm,
so important, because someone else won't understand the deviation
Mhm.
in your plan. They won't understand the deviation or the revision that you had to make. They're like, Tiera, what
Mhm.
are you talking about? Like, you already got a wait list. Like, what do you mean? Just go ahead with it and just see what happens.
And I think God is always testing me too to see how eager a school called me. A school went on my
mm,
website as I was driving because I can hear it, my notification like ding. So once I dropped my kids off, I'm already parked. I'm reading it. It was an actual school. The student liaison. We need you. We have low enrollment because our parents cannot get their kids to and from school. We need you. And I'm like, and God is like, let me see what you're going to do. I did call her. I spoke with her. I said, no, I am doing mornings. I'm not doing any afternoons, but I have someone else that I know would love to do the afternoons. And I passed it on to another transportation service company
Mm,
wow.
because I'm not going to take it. I don't want to mess up what he's telling me to do because I'm trying to do my own thing. And
Yeah.
again, what if he just put that last piece and said, okay, I'm done, boom, and it come in abundance and I'm not even ready to receive it because I did something out of what he told me to do. So this
Mm-hmm.
is where just being faithful and just consistent and just waiting on the right timing. And when I say it's testing, because my business phone goes off all the more parents. Hey, we need you urgently looking for transportation, urgently. And I'm just sitting here just turning it down, turning it
But then
down,
also,
turning it down.
but then also,
Mm.
like the eagle, he's spreading your wings. He could be spreading your wings in both
yes,
directions too.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm
yes.
saying?
Absolutely. I love that. I love that.
And
I love that.
why you waiting? And then now you just said learning how to do all of these things
Yep.
in the new business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also what I'm hearing is delegation, right? Because the sustainability of the plan,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Over
Mm.
time, it won't be you and what you
Yes.
do. Yes, you have to learn it now, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the delegation is really that next level now because he's
Yes.
elevating he's
Yeah.
expanding, but he's expanding to
Yes.
elevate.
And you know
And
what's so funny? That is so correct. That is so correct. That's so because this is what I did. I actually had a rental space and I had tenants that were already living there. And I have a commercial space right next door to my rental, next door.
mhm, mhm,
So I started renovating the commercial building first, and it was cleaning out, and I'm getting in preparation to do the daycare inside of the commercial building. Went home, prayed about it, woke up, changed again the next day.
mhm,
No, he was like, do it in the house. Start off small, get your name out there first, because you want to spend all this money to renovate a bigger space that's 3 stories, and you might have 5 kids. Might.
mhm,
So I'm
mhm,
looking like, okay. I rerouted my tenants somewhere else, renovated the space, and I said, let me just start small because I don't know how it's going to produce. And look at how it's producing. Because I could have just did that bigger space and spent
uh-huh,
all that money, and God is saying, do something different. So just comparing those two things, and I got to keep telling myself, like, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing.
yeah,
And just wait, get your name out there. It takes time. Transportation jumped off instantly. When I
yeah,
say instantly, and in my
mhm,
mind, like, okay, Kerry, you got this. This is going to jump off just like it.
mhm,
And
yeah,
it's a progress in the making. It's a
yeah,
progress. It's progress. And I'm okay with that. But it's humbling because I'm so used to everything I do is just
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
And this is not, and it's going to really just keep testing my faith. And I'm glad that it did do that, one, because that
Embracing.
commercial space was a lot of money to renovate. So my
Mhm.
plan was to do it in the house, start
Mhm.
off small, get my name out, and then start renovating the commercial space, and I can just swap the kids next door, or potentially just have two businesses side by side.
Yes.
We gotta talk offline. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay. He was like, and I'm so
Yeah.
glad that I did. Again, when God shows me something to change, I change 360. It's like I just woke up like I'm changing. Like I was like, I'm changed. I'm not doing daycare no more. I'm going to do an aftercare program. And I'm like, what you going to do with this stuff? I'm putting it in the basement, or I'm giving it away, and I just did everything over. And I'm
Yeah.
so happy because I want to give parents what I needed. I want to give parents who are
Mm.
so hard to be a working mom. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to be a single working mom and to
Yeah.
have children and to work all, get your kids to school, go to work, come home tired. You still gotta still decompress from your busy work day to give pour into your kids of what they
Yes.
need and help them with
Mhm.
their homework and not be an angry come at home mom. Not that you're
Yes.
Mm.
angry at your
Yeah.
children, you're just angry at life and try
Mhm.
to pour into your kids and do the homework and the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, and the hair and washing the clothes and all these different capacities. And I was like, Lord, let me just help these working moms. I want
Mhm.
to bring these kids to this aftercare program. We're going to do home economics. We're going to be doing cooking, like something that we haven't had since middle
Wow.
school when I was in
Listen.
middle school. We're going to have homework assistants that by the time they get home, where their homework's going to be done, and we're actually cooking them dinner. So now they
Mm.
could eat when they got home, but they don't have to. So now when these moms are picking up their scholars, they can just enjoy their kids. They can
Yeah.
enjoy being a mom. Like, how was your day? Because you already ate. I could just make me a sandwich. You already, now we can just go to the park because all the hard work is already done at the aftercare program. So now
Wow.
I can just like, come on, let's go get ice cream. Let's just go to the park. Let's sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Let's just talk. How's your day? How's your mental? How you
Mhm.
doing? How your friends are treating you in school? Parents don't even know what their peers are doing to their kids in school. You don't
Yeah.
know if your kid are being bullied. Are they making
Mhm.
friends? Are people are
Mhm.
teasing them? These parents, they don't even know what's going on with their
Far
kids.
removed.
Yes.
Yes, social
Yes.
Mhm.
emotional needs. So not
Mhm.
only am I giving them back in the after school program, how's school? How's your
Mhm.
peers? Do you have any difficulty making friends? Do you feel that you're seen at school? Are you heard? Questions that our parents, and I was that parent, you're too tired. You can't
Mhm.
give your kids 100 when you gave your job 150.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I knew that's something that God was like, give back to these moms, give back to these dads. And I can't wait until it flourish and blossom. It's going to be an amazing thing. I really see that it's going to be so big. I promise you, we're going to be needing more people just to help us because I feel it in my spirit. It's going to be beneficial to so many moms, so many
Yeah.
dads, so many children who need this. I even got a partnership with this, it was this boxing club that's like right around the corner from my space. So I was like trying to coordinate with the different schools in the community of having
Mhm.
a Wednesday that they would actually come and box. And they're not sparring with anybody, but just fitness and coming outside the building and doing something. They said, we would love to partner with you. I said, how much? I
Wow.
will pull it out the tuition. They was like, oh no, for free. Every Wednesday.
Wow.
Every Wednesday. Another school. I said, well, hey, do you mind if we use your gymnasium some days? Absolutely. I get to use this gymnasium on certain days of the week. So everything is already in preparation. And I just cannot wait till it falls in place. I'm so excited. Even when I talk about it, like I'm really
Yeah.
excited because I'm really trying to cover every aspect. And when I say we're going to be cooking, we're going to be baking, just doing things that drama, putting on plays. He said, well, if you want to put on
Mhm.
a play, you can use our auditorium at the school.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
like, he was like, yes, Mercedes, come on over. We got you. So, and God is just showing me, like, just be patient. I got you. Just wait. Wait
Follow
till it
this
fall into
course,
place.
Yeah.
and I'm
Follow the
helping you to
course.
connect the pieces.
Yeah.
Something that
The
if I would
puzzle.
have took my course first, I wouldn't have had
Mhm.
time to put all these other things into place beforehand. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have had to because I would already be in the bustle, the hustle and the bustle of it. So
Yeah.
now
Mhm.
that I have a little time, it's making me think of, okay, what would these kids need? Let me connect with these other schools. And I lived in this community that I'm servicing. So I've been to these elementary schools because I went there as a child. So it's easy connecting now because, like, oh, I went here when I was a child. And it's
Right.
going to be a beautiful thing. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm getting excited.
Wow. I can look,
That's
I can
amazing.
feel it. I can everything.
Yes, 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 yes.
The so going back a little bit, how do you, right? How do you remain in the flow of, even though I know sometimes it's like, okay, your mind might slip back, like you said, but how do you daily keep yourself in the place of being focused and in the flow and in sync and in alignment with this new revision to the vision? Um, how do you stay in sync with that? What God is saying? Is there affirmations? Is there like whatever it may be? What is it for you? Talking to yourself, like, listen,
Um,
you know.
I think I just remember not being focused. I remember
Mm,
not being focused, not doing anything, not having vision, not having a goal, wasting time on things that was I thought was so important to me and brought me no fruit. And if I
say that
had
again.
just left those things alone and focused on my vision, because sometimes we want to take people with us. And that was always my thing. I didn't want to leave anybody behind because I didn't want anybody to feel like, oh, she thinks she better. So, and that's been all my life. So let me take you with me so you don't think that I'm better than you if I'm taking you with me. And the more I try to take people with me, I went nowhere. Nowhere. When I say I lost a lot of people in my life, friends for 20 years, because I'm like, I can't take you with me. I can't do it. And I think remembering that to
Mm,
where I progressed once I stopped, it's so easy to be focused now. Because you
it's a
know what you
no-brainer.
look like when you're unfocused. You know when you're
Mm,
unproductive and you're not doing things. I put time into relationships that brought me nothing. 10 and 15 years of nothing. So I know what not being productive look like. So being productive now is a piece of cake. Because if I would have been productive 15 years ago, I probably would have been in a better place than I am right now. But again, God's timing. So
Yes.
for me to stay focused
mm.
now, it's like breathing. It's natural because I've been doing it so consistently for such a long time now. And I don't know. It's just once I have an idea, I get up. I just go. I don't know. It's just I don't even have an alarm clock. I've never had an alarm clock ever in my life. I've never set a alarm clock on my watch or my phone. My body gets up whenever I say I got to do something. My body jumps. It just goes. I don't even know how to explain it. It just moves. I can't
Do you?
even. Go ahead.
No, I didn't want to cut you off. But the question
No,
for
I
me:
just get up.
do you
But I do
feel
like
like
oh,
you
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
are
Go ahead.
living in purpose?
Yes. Every time I
Mhm.
go to church, the sermon is for me. It's like it's God just talking to me every time, and I'm like, okay, okay, I'm listening, and I just really think just it's confirmation too. Not only am I being prayerful about it, and then even Miss T, I call her. Sometimes I'm asking her
Mm,
business questions when I'm
mhm.
feeling like a little where like you think I should do this or what do you think I should do. So just having people in your circle,
Yeah,
and not that I feel like I know everything, that people that you can trust and you can just say,
Yeah,
what do
that
you think
part.
about this? That
mm,
I need another point of view besides my own because I only have my own thoughts. I'm never bouncing off ideas off of anyone else. It's normally
mm.
just me talking to me. Besides being prayerful, but it's like, okay, Kara, that's
Yeah.
a good idea. It's always just me. So
I
I'll
get
call
it.
Miss Parker, like, you have a minute? And she was like, yeah, Kara, call me. And I'm so grateful and thankful for her because look, I want to call up more, but I'm like, let me just leave her alone.
Mm,
And I don't know. It's just I just feel like the confirmation from God. And
yeah.
so when these parents are calling me and telling me like I'm just so thankful, I'm so grateful,
Yes.
it's just constant affirmation of different things that you're just doing the right thing. And I'm just going to do the last thing God told me to do until He told me to do something else. And when He tell me to do something else, then I move. Until then, I'm just going to stay planted. I'm going to stay planted. Hmm.
I think and I know I can speak for a lot of parents when I say
Mm,
that just your desire to
mm,
fill in the gaps for
mhm.
those parents to take away some of the exhaustion, the fraughtness, the the feeling of inadequacy because you just don't have it to give.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't think parents talk about that enough. Like how inadequate you can feel because you literally have nothing left from your day, from just maybe whatever has transpired, whatever you're feeling emotionally. So just trying to fill in the gap by, making sure their homework is done so that they can just go for ice cream, that is a blessing. Because
Okay.
I know not having to pick my child up at the end of her school day leaves so much space and room for us to just talk about her day.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to worry about traffic. We didn't have to worry about, like, I don't have to decompress from that. I don't have
Right.
to decompress from the travel home. I'm
Yes.
just waiting for her to arrive so I can receive her, and then we can just chat about the day and she can just give me all the scoop. And that is a blessing in itself. So just being able to just pick your child up and take them to the park, get ice cream, and not have to do the homework. All you got to do is just check it to make sure it's done, all the things. That's a blessing because I mean, most of us don't
And
even
Miss T
know
is
what
so
we do.
calm. When I say all my parents are so calm, I was like, Dad, I don't even remember me telling my parents what time they coming home. They're just like, okay. They're just so chill, so relaxed. The new parents like,
Wow.
what? I was like, relax. I got this. Relax. Just relax.
Right,
I'm,
right,
not,
right.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Just relax.
Right.
It's a good hand. But
I
I
love
also
it.
call Miss T too. Like when I'm doing new parents, I'll call Miss T because she's so honest and authentic. And it's one thing that you rave about your business, but a parent want to hear from another parent. I'm like, Miss T, you don't
Yeah.
mind if I call you? And she was like, sure. And I be having her on that phone. I said, well, tell them how you experience. And they be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. And that's
Mm.
real. Because
Yeah,
Yeah.
we boast about our business, but what are your
With somebody
customers are saying about you?
else.
What do
yes,
they say about you? Not what you think that you are,
Come
not
yes,
what
on.
you say you are. What are your parents and your customers are saying about your business as a whole? Because that's what really matters. Now
yes,
we
Mm-hmm.
can have a facade and act like, oh, everything is great, and it's not. But these
yeah,
parents are not going to lie. Your customers are not going to lie about your business. And when I say I call Miss T and I call her, like I love it because I just love her. I said,
Yes.
well, one lady, she was so reluctant. I said, well, I can call the parent. Hold on. I was like, Miss T, do you mind? She was like, yeah. I was like, hold on. Click. I was actually signing a contract right then and there, and I called Miss T. I said,
Wow.
well, ma'am, you know what? You want to come home, go home and think about it. It's no pressure. You called me. It's no pressure. I said,
Mm-hmm.
but I can call another mom and say, and it was like on site. And I just called Miss T and the lady signed right then and there. And like this was the
Wow.
best decision that I made. And it made me feel so good because
yeah,
I consider them as my children. When they're in their van, they are my babies. And
Yeah.
trust and believe, I go to war for my babies. Look, it's nothing going to happen to these kids. Even my son, we do not play about those scholars. We laugh, they joke, they love my son. I don't know what he be doing to them kids, but they love him. I don't know.
I
I was like,
love
why
it.
are these parents?
just tell you
Even
I
like
love
they be
them.
giving like they give like little gifts. He be getting more gifts than me. I was like, I'm older. Like he be getting all these gifts. He was like, Mom, look what I got. And Miss T is the only one who get me something. Everybody else gives Jerome something. I was like, well, I'm the one who owned the
Oh.
company. But it makes me feel so good that he's representing me so
Yeah.
well in the
Yeah,
company. So now I don't have to worry because we're both so in sync. So that makes me feel so good. And that's why I'm
Mhm.
scared to expand because I need me and Jerome. If you can
Yeah.
multiply me and
It's like
Jerome,
you want
then
to duplicate yourself. You want to get
yes,
right,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
It's the culture that you're creating,
yes,
yes,
because you're now it's human resources. You are hiring
yes.
and you're
And it's
yes.
like
creating.
a
And
family
if I
household.
can't duplicate us, we ain't doing it. And you
Because
know
he's
what?
like the big brother, I feel like, to a lot of them. Because
Yeah.
that's how I feel like Tariana looks to him, like a big
Yes.
brother. Because she means she
Mm.
doesn't have a brother, she doesn't have any siblings,
Oh.
but so I
Yeah.
feel like that's how she looks to him. The way they banter back and forth is like siblings.
Oh,
And you know
It's
what? I had
the family
revelation.
environment.
I said I
yeah,
don't want to. I said I don't want to get any bigger. like my transportation service, I have no desire. And I know that sounds, unless God tells me, but I
Mhm.
want to keep this homey feeling that we have. I
For
want
Yeah.
to
sure.
keep that I know these parents personally. I can call them. And I feel that sometimes when you expand and you get so big, you lose a
Mhm.
little bit that closeness
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you have when you have a smaller community.
Yeah.
And I just prefer to be this size. And I know that. And it's pushing me to do otherwise, but I don't want to lose the authenticity and the passion and the
Yeah.
love behind it.
Yeah.
I really know my parents by name. And like,
Mhm.
hey, Miss K, hey,
Yeah.
Tiera. I'm like, hey, like we really, if I get past 100, I wouldn't know all those parents.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just different. And I love how it feels. It's like this little village is amazing. And I just
Yeah.
want to keep that feeling with everything. And I think sometimes for me, when it gets so big,
Mhm.
it gets a little watered down and
Mhm.
Yeah.
you lose some
Yeah,
of
that
that
true
because now it's
connection.
like their numbers, their
Yeah.
client, their versus like we're family, like we
Yeah.
Yeah.
really call and it's like, are you okay? I was like late by 5 minutes, like we just want to make sure you safe. I was. It's not like you're not here to pick my child up. It's not. It's like family.
Yeah.
You okay, Miss
Yeah.
Tay? I was like, yeah. They're like, okay, because we know you. I was like, yeah, it was a little traffic. I said, but I'm
Right.
here, and I love the love. The kids are inviting me to their proms, their
Mhm.
ring dances, their birthdays,
Mhm.
just by transportation. And I don't want to lose that. And that sounds so selfish because you could
Mhm.
expand, but
No,
I
but
don't
it's
want to lose it.
real.
But
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
to lose. I don't want to lose that good feeling. One of my,
Mhm.
um, she's in one of my scholars, she's in 11, she's a junior, and she been with
Mhm.
me for 3 years. And she's like, I'm getting ready for junior day. Look at my dress. What you think I should get my hair? Like she's asking my
Oh.
opinions. It feels so good. And I just don't want to lose that type of
Mhm.
connection. I don't. And
Mhm.
it sounds so crazy. And like I said, unless God tells me to do
Yeah.
something, but I really kind of want to stay this size. I
Mhm.
do. I don't
Mhm.
want to get
Yeah.
any bigger.
Mhm. Yeah. But
Mhm.
you know what? How he's taking you now and on this path, he's going to continue to show you every step of
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
And taking that leap of faith and going forward. But again,
Yeah.
we don't move unless he moves the piece.
That part.
We don't move unless he moves. I am um wow. You always just come in and
Yes.
just like I just love the
Aw.
authenticity and the rawness and real life, real time um action and development and expansion and just sharing where you are, right? In
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
journey. And
Yeah.
also just the reminder um to embrace every step.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we might
Yeah.
think that it's a reminder for me tonight and just a confirmation for others is to we have to embrace every step of the
Yeah.
journey,
Yep.
and when you think that you have passed one test or one season, that next level as he's expanding and elevating, it's almost like you are going in on a ground level. You have lessons
Yeah.
learned, you have, things that
Yeah.
you've gleaned,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay, it's another level, but I'm starting you here. And I appreciate you, God, for
Yeah.
stepping me back so you can launch
Yeah.
me forward. That's what he's doing.
Yes.
It's like that slingshot coming back so you
That,
can make that
yes.
greater
Yes.
sling.
And
That's
Yes.
gonna
especially when
catch
we're helping,
that's gonna catch everything.
right. Especially when we're helping when we're trying to mentor to other business owners too. They tell them the good
Yeah.
stuff. They don't tell them where the hard stuff is, where you might have to start over. You might have to revisit
Yeah.
your plan. You might have to make sure is it your way or is it what God asked? Did you pray about this? You might have to say you might have to be patient, or he might pause you in the middle of something to say, wait a minute, take a couple steps back, then let's move forward. Because everybody want to see, they don't show you the struggle, they just show you the good part. And it's so
Mhm.
many steps before you start into when you end. That middle
Mhm.
piece that's that growing section that no and I appreciate that section. When something is going like challenging in my life, I'm like, okay, God, what did I do? Did I forgot to do something? I forgot to bless somebody.
Right.
Did something come back that I did a long time ago? I'm
Yeah.
taking
Right.
ownership, and not
Yeah.
do I embrace it because I don't pray like, oh my gosh, get this out of here. You want me to learn something through this. I embrace it and move forward. And some people
Yes.
pray that way, like, oh, I don't know why this happening. It's happening for a reason.
Yes.
These tests becomes
Woo.
your testimonies. And
You
then once you see what God
rest in that
showed you
thing.
on that other side, it just makes everything just makes sense once you get to the other side.
Yeah.
And and he shows you or gives you the revelation you have to get. And I'm just so appreciative to the hardship. I promise you, I embrace it like a champ. Now it hurts, but I take it like a
Yeah.
champ. I'm like, all right, it's something you're still trying to mold me, you're still shaping me for
Yeah.
something. And if he doesn't break me down to build me back up, then I'm gonna think I know everything. I got everything and I don't need him. And he
Come
wants
That
us to
on.
part.
always need him. So I'm
That's
okay with
good.
that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, yeah. You said a key word early on, and you said, I'm just humble. I'm just
Yes,
humble.
I
I'm
am.
just humble. I was reading something today, and, and what was the scripture? If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, right?
Mm,
And pray. Like he already called you, but you have to, like, we already got to know that we are his. It's my
yes.
people who called by my name.
Yes.
Like God began to just break that whole scripture down for me, right? But then humble yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
your
Because
identity, but humble yourself. How many of us are really humbling ourselves and surrendering yourself to the master's plan?
that's right. That's right. Because we might sometimes we think we're bigger than what we are. We think we're
Yeah.
bigger than what we
He
are.
like,
And
go,
you can't be bigger than him. Calm down,
yeah,
like settle down. Calm it
Right,
down and calm
right.
down. And
yeah,
it is, and I try to teach my kids too about the business aspect because my kids are still intertwined to all the business aspect. Now that things are a little slower, I'm teaching them other aspects. Like, let me show you the paperwork. Let me show you this. My 18-year-old daughter, she graduated from Western in June. So
okay,
now she's
Western
coming down.
Dove.
Yes, yes, in Western Dove. And I have an eighth grader who's going to Western too,
Um,
2026. So I'm showing them the business more. It's giving me more time to sit and be with them. Because at first it was hard trying to balance everything. And I would come home exhausted. So now that things are a little slower, and my sign is a Libra, my birthday is Friday, so I like to balance everything.
happy
Everything
early
needs to be,
birthday.
yes, thank you. So things have to be balanced out because I was putting so much to the daycare, and I'm like, my home is suffering, my house is a mess. I still have
Yeah.
to spend time with my children. So now that it's just a little pause,
Yeah,
I have time to balance the other parts of my life too,
yeah,
to make sure everything is balanced and even. So, and I thank God for that too, because my babies still need me too. So I'm
yeah,
happy with that. I am.
yeah. And that goes back to Lady T, your word, intentionality. God is
Yes.
so intentional in every phase of our lives.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
this was so rich tonight. It's
It
so
was. Oh my
rich.
goodness.
You hit on so many things. And we're just appreciative to even be a part of the process and your yes to even come and share
Yeah.
now
Yes,
in,
yes.
in the in the in the flow of it all, um and being able to share each phase and each stage.
Yes.
And we're here supporting you
Thank
as sister to
you.
sister. And we're gonna have some more conversations, but I'm just so ap- um appreciative to be a part of this divine process and what God is doing in your life on all aspects and fronts. And as we're closing out tonight, are there any last words that you would speak to? You can speak directly to, you've been speaking the whole time, but speak
Mhm.
directly to the audience tonight who may, some may be toiling, um, with the vision or trying to figure out, trying to figure it out themselves. Are there any last words that you would like to leave with them, um, before we
Yes.
close out?
If you're in your path or on your journey and it feels heavy, it feels you're crying, you feel like you don't know what to do, you're all over the place, embrace it because it's exactly what the next level feels like. It's supposed to stretch you, it's supposed to test you, it's supposed to push you, it's supposed to be that little tug and war. Because if you're feeling the same way as you did before you elevate, then It's not really elevation. It's supposed to stretch you. So be okay to be stretched. Be okay to still be teachable and learn something new and think outside the box and just stay the course. It's really going to reveal itself when it's supposed to, and you're going to be so happy that you did. So let's
Mm,
be stretched. Let's be stretched.
Yes.
Mhm.
listen.
Let's
Be
be stretched,
okay with the
y'all.
stretch,
Okay.
okay?
Yes.
He is enlarging our territory and
Yes.
increasing our borders and our capacity. But
Yes.
you
Yeah,
have to be okay
that's right. That's right.
Yes.
I love that.
with the
I love that.
stretch.
Yes.
Push
Yes.
That's so
pull
good.
up. Wow,
Thank you for
that's so
having
good.
me. The next time I come on, we're going to be talking about how it blew up. The next time, I promise you. Look, I'll
Yes.
be in the place. I'm be actually in the place. I was going to be there tonight, but I was like, oh, let me just come home. I was going to actually be there to see like everything. But once the next one is going to be that things are just taking off and it's going to be soaring. And I really believe that's the next level.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, look, I can't wait. I cannot wait to be in the
Yes.
place.
Yeah.
All the resources, so everything is aligning, and thank you. We celebrate you for staying the
Thank
course and
you.
staying in position with
Thank
your
you. Thank
assignment,
you.
staying in
Yes.
alignment
Thank
with
you.
your
Thank you.
assignment and busting yet another power move. Y'all see how this goes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yet another power move. We applaud you tonight, celebrate you
Thank
tonight, and
you.
can't wait to have you back.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're so welcome. Everybody, this has been another Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. Lady T, you got something
I
before we
don't.
leave?
I don't. She put
Listen,
that pretty. Let's be stretched, y'all. Let's be stretched.
that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
If you
yes,
ain't
yes, yes.
stretched, then listen, you ain't doing nothing. Come on, let's go. I
Yeah.
know I'm feeling stretched.
Thank
Yes.
you, ladies. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate you all and what you're doing with this platform. Don't think that it's gone unnoticed. I needed this. I needed another confirmation to let me know because sometimes you forget and you get lost sometimes. So this is like confirmation that not only from God, but from my sister and my other sister that you have support and someone's rooting for you and you need that. So I want to just say I appreciate you. I'm rooting for you all too. I love this platform and I appreciate you so much.
Yes,
Thank
you are so
you. Thank
welcome. Thank
you.
you so
Yes.
much. Thank you so much. And so everybody, listen, this has been another Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. Look, I'm embracing all of this goodness tonight. And
Yes.
and the stretching in the lessons. Listen, if you're not being stretched, listen, this is your time to stretch. Stretch on out in these next couple of months and see what God listen and lean into
Yeah,
what God is saying to you.
Yes.
Um,
absolutely.
don't just meet us here, but beat us here next week, 7 p.m. Another Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. Remember, it's not a show, but it's a flow. Y'all have a great night. Thank you again, Kira, Lady T. Love
Thank
y'all.
you.